teacher is the person who helps children gain knowledge. World Teachers Day is on the 5th this year of October. We're going to celebrate all the teachers around the globe. Teachers Day, where UNESCO runs a campaign every year to help the world gain a better understanding of teachers and the impact they have on development of students within society. What do a teacher means to you? A teacher means to me that they help you learn and give you education. What a teacher means to you? A person who helps me achieve. What do a teacher mean to you? Someone who's caring and kind. Me to you. The teacher is someone who cares. Jesus was a teacher. Disciples go around him. He decided to teach them. Huge crowds of people walked for miles to hear him. He told people to forgive others. He told people how to have a good life. He told people to honor God. He also taught us by using parables. We can still learn from the stories today.
God's story, the Sermon on the Mount. So part of God's story is about a sermon Jesus gave on the side of a mountain and what he did afterwards. And it goes like this. One day, when Jesus saw crowds gathering to hear him teach or see him do miracles, he went to the side of a mountain. It was near the Sea of Galilee, across from a place called Capernaum. From there, he gave a message all about God's kingdom and his love. We call this message the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus started by explaining who would get blessings or favor from God. He said the most blessed people are those who are poor, sad, or humble. He said God shows favor to people who are just or treat others fairly, and people who are merciful or show love to those who don't deserve it. He said the people who are pure, who bring peace, or who get hurt for doing right will be rewarded for their actions in heaven. In other words, the people who love others, even when it makes them seem weak or unimportant on earth, are like heroes in God's kingdom. Anyway, Jesus went on to explain that when we believe in and follow him, it's our job to show everyone else who he is by loving them. That means going out of our way not only to comfort and help our friends, but also forgive people who hurt us, love our enemies, and give to people in need. The thing is, Jesus didn't just talk about love, he showed it all the time. In fact, right after giving this sermon, Jesus spent the rest of the day helping everyone he met. First, as Jesus came down from the mountain, a man with a skin disease called leprosy knelt before him. "Lord," the man said, "if you are willing, you can heal me and make me clean." Usually, no one wanted to be around people with leprosy, but Jesus touched him and said, "I am willing, be healed." Instantly, the leprosy disappeared. Then, when Jesus arrived in Capernaum a bit later, a soldier said to him, "Lord, my servant is in terrible pain." Right away, Jesus said, "I will come and heal him." The officer said, "Just say the word from where you are, and my servant will be healed." Jesus told him, "Because you believed, it has happened." The officer's servant was healed. A little later, Jesus arrived at his disciple Peter's house. Peter's mother-in-law was there too, sick in bed with a high fever. Jesus touched her hand, and the fever left. Later that evening, many other people who were demon-possessed or sick came to see Jesus. He brought relief to all of them. At the end of the day, Jesus got into a boat with his disciples. Suddenly, a fierce storm came out of nowhere. Waves began crashing into the boat. The disciples realized that even though they were in the middle of a giant storm, Jesus was fast asleep. They shouted, "Lord, save us! We're going to drown!" Jesus said, "You of little faith, why are you so afraid?" Then he told the wind and waves to stop. They did. That day, Jesus taught a lot of people how to love and showed them what love looks like. Whenever somebody took their sickness or pain or fear to Jesus, he helped them. Everybody who met Jesus got to experience his love. And when we love like Jesus, everyone who meets us can feel his love too. And that's the story of the Sermon on the Mount.
The Word of the week is from John, chapter 8, verse 12. Scripture reminds us by believing and following Jesus. We should forgive others. We should show love to our enemies. To people in need. We should love and we can learn from him.
In the response to the word this week, we are praying a thank you prayer. You will need a pencil, a postcard template, and some colouring pencils. Spend a minute to think of a teacher you would like to thank. Write about why you are thankful for them. You could use the colouring pencils to decorate your postcard afterwards. Once you have done this, you can stick it in your prayer journal or give it to the teacher you would like to thank.
Our mission this week is to be thankful with your teachers. Make people see Jesus in you through your actions or words. The word of this week links into our mission statement. Trusting to God to help, love and share to everyone. We can make better tomorrow and help today by choosing to listen to our teachers.